The movie opens inside a small tattoo shop run by an elderly, experienced man. As he tattoos a young gangster, someone rushes in, holding an envelope filled with black sand. The gangsters have no idea what it means, but the old man instantly becomes terrified. He explains that black sand signals the arrival of the most ruthless and deadly ninjas on Earth. He encountered them once before, and he knows firsthand just how dangerous they are. When the gangsters mock him for being scared, he reveals a horrible scar on his chest given to him by one of these ninjas. He survived only because his heart is located on the right side of his chest instead of the left. Suddenly, chaos erupts as a man's head is violently sliced in half, spraying blood everywhere. Another man is swiftly pulled upward by a wire from the ceiling, and when he is thrown back down, only bloody fragments remain. From the shadows, hidden ninjas silently attack, slicing bodies apart effortlessly and creating a gruesome massacre. After everyone is dead, the mysterious assassins finally step out of the darkness. Next, we learn about the Ozunu clan from Japan, a secret ninja organization led by the merciless Lord Ozunu. The clan captures children from all over the world, training them brutally to become the perfect ninja assassins. They operate secretly, but are well known among powerful world leaders. If anyone provides the clan with 100 pounds of gold, they can hire these ninjas to eliminate any target. For over a century, the Ozunu clan has been secretly responsible for the deaths of major political figures. One day, Lord Ozunu introduces a young boy named Raizo to the clan. Raizo was abandoned by his parents, and Ozunu senses he might someday become the clan's next leader. Because of this, Raizo undergoes even harsher training. By the age of 10, his body is covered in scars from countless punishments for making mistakes. One key ninja skill is silence, and Raizo is tested on a floor rigged to make noise. Any sound he makes results in painful punishment. His feet are viciously cut with a weapon called a kayaketsu shoge. At night, the boy struggles to sleep because of his wounds. However, he soon experiences kindness for the very first time when a girl named Kiriko secretly treats his injuries. Kiriko is another young ninja trainee who, unlike the others, disagrees with the clan's violent ways. Time passes, and Raizo and Kiriko grow up side by side, rarely speaking but always protecting each other from afar. Eventually, Raizo becomes Ozunu's most talented student. However, during a fight against an older student named Takashi, Raizo loses unfairly due to Takashi's dirty tactics. Instead of punishing Takashi, Lord Ozunu harshly punishes Raizo, accusing him of weakness. Ozunu painfully presses his fingers into Raizo's body, causing him unbearable agony. To pass this cruel test, Raizo must survive through the night without medical help. Amazingly, he endures, and the next morning, when Ozunu sees him ready to train again, he finally shows pride in his strongest student. After passing the brutal test, Raizo quickly rises to become the clan's greatest ninja. He can even defeat opponents while blindfolded with his hands tied. Kiriko is proud of his skills, but she is increasingly unhappy with the cruel ways of Lord Ozunu and the clan. One day, during training, Kiriko is ordered to stab an opponent, but she cannot bring herself to harm another. Furious, Lord Ozunu slashes her face and throws her into a cage as punishment. Later that night, Raizo sneaks out secretly to give her water and comfort her. A few days pass, and on a rainy night, Kiriko decides to escape the clan. She climbs the walls, calling Raizo to join her. However, he chooses to remain loyal to the clan, the only life he has ever known. Kiriko is soon captured, and as punishment for betraying the clan, she is executed. Raizo watches helplessly as Takashi drives a blade through her heart. A piece of Raizo dies with Kiriko, but even after witnessing this tragedy, he continues his life with the clan. Several years later, in Berlin, at Europol headquarters, we meet Micah, a forensic investigator. Micah discovers evidence of the secret ninja clan's existence. Unaware of how deadly her discovery is, she shows the evidence to her superior, Maslow. Initially, Maslow dismisses the idea of secret ninja assassins working for world leaders. However, Micah presents undeniable proof connecting suspicious deaths to payments made by powerful people. Maslow becomes intrigued and begins digging deeper. They soon learn about Sabatan, a former high-ranking KGB agent who had also uncovered the clan's existence. After Sabatan revealed his findings, he was dismissed from his job labeled insane, and later murdered. Meanwhile, Raizo is in Berlin, living quietly in a rundown apartment. He trains every morning, enduring painful exercises like balancing on a bed of nails, just as Lord Ozunu taught him. One day, at a local laundromat, Raizo encounters a seemingly friendly woman. However, he quickly recognizes her as an assassin from the clan. They engage in a fierce battle. After some time, blood drips from a washing machine, revealing the ninja's body spinning inside. Elsewhere, Micah continues her investigation. She visits Sabaton's widow, hoping for more clues. The woman explains that her husband was once brave and strong, but after discovering the clan, he became paranoid and fearful. He installed multiple locks on every door, secured all windows, and lit up every dark corner of their home, leaving no shadows for ninjas to hide in. Yet one night, the lights mysteriously went out, and Sabaton was murdered. The next day at work, Micah receives an unexpected visit from a high-ranking official who claims he's there to evaluate her. Micah realizes he's really there to keep an eye on her because she's investigating things others want hidden. That evening, Micah returns home cautiously, discovering her entire neighborhood has lost electricity. Despite the danger, she enters her dark apartment, only to be attacked by a ninja lurking in the shadows. But suddenly, another figure leaps out, saving her life and defeating the assassin. Micah is shocked to see that her rescuer is Raizo. In another flashback, we see Raizo as an adult on his first assassination mission. Overcome by anger and frustration, he brutally kills his target. When the job is done, he returns to the rooftop to join the rest of his clan. Lord Ozunu, proud of Raizo's success, asks him to come closer. But Raizo shocks everyone by suddenly attacking Ozunu, cutting deeply across his face and eye with his weapon, the Kaiketsu Shogue. Furious, the other ninjas retaliate immediately, severely injuring Raizo and throwing him off the building. Raizo barely survives, falling into the water below. After recovering, Raizo decides to turn against the clan, secretly sabotaging Ozunu's assassinations whenever he can. He saved Micah's life for this exact reason. Together, they drive to a hotel and change their clothes, knowing ninjas use scent tracking techniques. Micah then calls Maslow, her superior, and informs him that she's with Raizo. Maslow has orders to capture Raizo as soon as possible. Even though Maslow realizes Raizo isn't their real enemy, he still follows orders, fearing the consequences. When the three of them meet to plan their next move, the police quickly surround Raizo and arrest him. They lock him away, chained and alone in a secure prison cell. Micah confronts Maslow, realizing he arrested Raizo out of desperation. However, Maslow insists Raizo is safest locked away. Late that night, Micah visits Raizo's cell and offers him water. Taking the opportunity, Raizo warns her urgently that the assassins are already there. Micah rushes to alert Maslow, but it's already too late. The lights suddenly shut off, plunging the place into darkness. Ninjas swiftly emerge from the shadows, easily defeating the guards despite their advanced weapons. In a panic, Micah frees Raizo just seconds before he is killed. Raizo bravely fights off the attackers and urges Micah to escape, knowing he can't protect both of them. Although Raizo is the clan's most skilled ninja, fighting off a whole group proves extremely difficult. Eventually, he faces Takashi in a final showdown on the road. Takashi is about to deliver the final blow to Raizo, but Micah suddenly arrives, hitting Takashi with her car and saving Raizo's life. Micah takes Raizo to a hotel to recover. Despite his serious injuries, Raizo refuses medical help. Micah stays by his side, talking to him as he drifts in and out of consciousness. She thanks him for saving her and apologizes for not being stronger. After a moment, Micah activates a hidden tracking device to alert Maslow of their location. However, before the police arrive, the ninjas suddenly attack again and abduct Raizo. When the police finally reach the hotel, Micah is left alone, informing them that Raizo was taken just 10 minutes ago. Back at the clan's headquarters, Raizo is presented to Lord Ozunu. Ozunu gives Raizo one final chance to apologize, but Raizo firmly refuses. Ozunu is especially angry because he once saw Raizo as his future successor. To punish him, he places Raizo in the same spot where Kirikou was executed. Ozunu then strikes Raizo with a deadly finger-jabbing technique 3 times. Most people would die from just one strike, but Raizo, though severely hurt, only coughs up blood. As he does so, he discreetly spits out a hidden tracking device. Before the ninjas realize what's happening, Micah and an entire police force burst into the building, creating chaos. Explosions and gunfire quickly defeat many of the ninjas who usually rely on shadows to hide. A fierce battle ensues, with heavy casualties on both sides. Raizo faces Takashi again, this time with Takashi's men backing him up. Despite being outnumbered, Raizo defeats every ninja. He then confronts Takashi directly, and after an intense fight, he finally wins, brutally killing Takashi. Now Raizo must face Lord Ozunu alone. He finds his former master calmly waiting in a room, unconcerned by the chaos around him. Ozunu proves his incredible skill by vanishing into shadows and suddenly appearing behind Raizo, knocking him into another room effortlessly. Both warriors draw their swords and fight fiercely. Ozunu again urges Raizo to apologize, calling himself Raizo's father. Raizo firmly responds that he is nobody's son and that killing Ozunu will mark the first true breath of his life. With determination, the two clash once more, but Ozunu disappears again. Just then, Micah enters the room, hoping to help. Suddenly, Ozunu emerges and thrusts his sword through Micah's chest. Seeing Micah hurt, Raizo also disappears into the shadows and swiftly launches multiple surprise attacks against Ozunu, severely injuring him. In a final strike, Raizo delivers a killing blow to Ozunu's shoulder. Raizo then rushes Micah outside to receive medical attention. Miraculously, she survives the stab wound because, like the tattoo shop owner, her heart is on the right side of her chest. In the final scene, Raizo fulfills Kiriku's wish by jumping over the wall of the academy, symbolizing his true freedom at last.